Starlink pricing, outrageous or amazing? We'll have some thoughts. Hi, I'm Chris with the Mobile Internet Resource Center, here to discuss some of the comments we've gotten from our video from 2 weeks ago. Now, this video has taken off like crazy. It's gotten more comments than any video we've done in the past, where we discuss the pricing of SpaceX's Starlink. And so many people had thoughts, and it ranged from, oh my God, this is the best deal ever, this is amazing, to, well, a whole lot of them were like, this is outrageous. I can't believe they're charging so much. This is not what I expected from Starlink. I'm so upset. And some of them said that in pretty crude ways. So what is going on here, and what are these different audiences and their different expectations, and is what SpaceX announced for Starlink actually a good deal? Well, first off, there were quite a few people who seemed to be upset that Starlink wasn't completely free. And I'm not quite sure how this idea got started, but several people said Starlink was supposed to be a gift to the world, or Elon Musk has enough money, how dare he charge for this, and so on and so on. And these people seem to have honestly expected that Starlink was going to be coming out with free internet for the world. That was never in the cards. It's actually been very clear from the beginning, when SpaceX even started to conceive of Starlink, that they saw this as a big moneymaker, because launching rockets is, you might only get a few dozen launch contracts a year. You're not going to make a ton of money launching rockets like SpaceX does. So they invented Starlink to generate a lot of cash flow, a lot of revenue for their long-term goal, which is to colonize Mars. Yes, they are serious. That is their long-term goal. And Starlink was designed to make money to colonize Mars. So was never going to be free. Then there's a lot of people who are commenting who are like, seeing the prices, the Starlink price of $499 for equipment and $99 a month, and they were melting down because they're from other countries outside the United States and Canada and North America. And those prices would not fly in their local markets. And, well, of course. So the Starlink beta is launching in the United States. Looks like there's just been approval, and it's going to start rolling out into Canada very soon. So these are North American market prices, not the prices that will fly in Malaysia or Indonesia or Namibia, and all. Like, there's the Starlink, a satellite network, is going to go all around the world, and a satellite flying over a country isn't making any revenue at all unless it's got customers on the ground. So they're going to find ways to offer Starlink to everyone in the world, every country in the world that they can get permission to do so, and it will be priced accordingly for the local market. So if you're freaking out about how Starlink might come to your country someday, well, our channel is US and North American focused. When Starlink does roll out and put the ground stations and deploy to other countries, certainly the prices will be different. Don't worry about it. It will be priced locally. Then we heard from a whole lot of people, whole lot of people who in the United States who are like, Starlink, I wanted to ditch my cable company and throw it away, and I'm paying $50 or $30 a month, and I've got fiber optic cable, and my Google Fiber is not charging me anywhere near that much. How can Starlink charge $100, $99 a month? Well, you people, Starlink is not for you. If you already have access to fast, affordable, unlimited internet, satellite internet is not going to be competition for that market, for that audience. It's not going to be, at least until way down the road when there's a lot more satellites and a lot more capacity. Starlink is not going head to head with urban and suburban fiber and cable deployments, because satellite is not going to be able to compete with the capacity of glass fiber. If you can get fiber to your house, use it. You are the very fortunate ones. So all of those people upset that Starlink is not undercutting their cable company, well, of course not. So that comes down to the final set of comments. These are people who are in rural markets or in places where they haven't had good internet before, and they're seeing $499 and $99 a month, and they are literally jumping for joy. These are people who have getting at best super slow, some people still on dial-up speed internet, and Starlink is now opening the door for 100 megabits per second, super low latency internet that they've never had an opportunity for. And these people are legitimately excited. So this is kind of how you get this whole range of like different types of audiences. Who's excited, who's not about Starlink. If you're in the place where you don't have good internet, suddenly the heavens are literally opening up with new, better options, and it is pretty exciting. And just how exciting? Well, you could kind of compare, how Starlink compares to other satellite internet solutions. And well, the phased array antennas that are in Starlink, the flat dish that kind of tracks satellites as they move across the sky, um, that kind of technology has previously been in fighter jets, military gear. The Chimeta dish that was available a couple of years ago, that was a $25,000 dish. When SpaceX is selling something that is using similar technology for $499, people who know satellites and know what's involved in that are blown away. They were expecting SpaceX to have to charge $1,000 or $2,000, and some people are thinking SpaceX must be losing tons of money bringing out their equipment for $499 and not locking people into a 2-year or a 5-year contract or something to try and recoup the cost over time. So people who know what's inside those dishes are legitimately amazed. This is a brand new low price point for this kind of phased array satellite dish technology. Of course, it will probably still get cheaper over time, but it was a pretty bold choice to enter at that price. And then you look at some of the other like satellite systems that RVers and stuff have had to contend with. A robotic aimed dish that would go on the roof of an RV, the RV Datasat, is just under $7,000, not including installation, for a system, internet system that would go on your roof. There's fancier ones that go all the way up to $25,000 for a roof-mounted auto-aiming dish system that would perform, well, the RV Datasat, their speeds are 2 megabits per second or 4 megabits per second for, what was their prices? Their plan prices are $199 a month for 2 megabits per second speed, or $329 a month for 4 megabits per second speed. So you look at Starlink, you're getting 50 times faster for half the price, and the equipment is $499 as opposed to roughly $6,000-$7,000. Those, when you're comparing that, it really is an amazing change in price. Then you've got things like the HughesNet Gen 5 system, the mobile versions of that, a tripod setup that an RVer can use, taking about 30 minutes to an hour to set up and aim in each location, as opposed to plugging in Starlink and waiting for 3 minutes. Those systems are, cost roughly about $1,000 for all the gear necessary to put together a self-aiming tripod system. So again, SpaceX is undercutting that current price. And the mobile HughesNet plans were roughly going for $89 a month for 35 gigabytes of data, all the way up to $389 for 200 gigabytes of data, whereas Starlink's for $99 is giving unlimited satellite data, still faster and much, much lower latency than is possible with these older systems. So that is why people who have been depending on rural broadband or satellite broadband in the past, Starlink completely changes the game. There's no long-term contracts. The starting prices are lower. The speeds are much faster. And, well, now Starlink just needs to work out, what are they going to do? Are they going to support mobile users? Are they going to support users on boats? Are they going to start broadening out from their current beta rollout to just fixed location addresses in the northern half of the United States right now? But if you are in the places where Starlink might make sense for you, it's pretty exciting. And if you're not, well, chill, it's not for you, at least not yet. So I hope this helps explain why so many people are excited about Starlink and so many other people think, wow, what a joke. And you should just see some of the crazy comments we've gotten from people who think nobody in their right mind would pay for this. Well, if you already have internet, perhaps, but if you've never had fast internet and you're out somewhere in the boonies, this is could be the answer to your prayers. So hope that helps explain things.
These videos are brought to you by our premium members, our mobile internet aficionados. They make it possible for us to track this news and create these videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, or better yet, consider becoming a member yourself.